Not there yet. Damn it. Good afternoon, boys and girls, friends and lovers, children of all ages. How you doing today? I'm so super excited. You cannot see in the back of the car today because I have a special guest in the car. And I am walking inside a store because Friends and Code fixed the screen. And now I got to get it activated at a T-Mobile. Thank you. This was made in my neighborhood, PJ. Very nice mask. And we're wearing them. We're very serious. I haven't pulled out my Team Jesus shirt, something I used to wear in New Orleans during Mardi Gras. Just because I thought it was fun today. I thought it was going to be a fun shirt to wear. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to work on this. I'm going to switch the screen. And I'm going to introduce you to a special guest who you will not see. You will hear. This special guest is, let me just tell you that if Eric Brant was here, he would be so jealous. And that's why he's going to be honored that this special guest is actually going to speak probably on his behalf on some of the issues in life in Denver, Colorado. So I'm not going to really just strum this up. I'm just going to change the screen. I'm going to make sure that you can watch the people coming and going from the Pizza Hut for a little bit. And I want you to meet our special guest. Say hello.
Hello.
So that's the voice that you're about to hear is one who... How long have you been doing work in this community?
Me?
Yeah.
Years.
Decades. By the way, there's hand sanitizer if you want some.
Thank you.
What are you going to talk to us about?
We're going to have a Come to Jesus meeting on this here live stream. Good afternoon, everybody.
So, give me a 1. Can you hear the voice? Special guest voice. Becky O, Lucinator, everybody. Did you hear her? You might have to speak up again.
So, good afternoon. We're going to have a Come to Jesus meeting today. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can hear me, but good afternoon. We're going to have a Come to Jesus meeting today, and I'm going to try not to ramble and be succinct. So you'll notice this live stream, I hope, is titled COVID-19 Chalking Sidewalks, and Eric Brant, who has been arrested multiple times in the great state of Colorado for chalking on sidewalks. But first, since I can't apparently play you a musical interlude due to copyright issues, you should preface this by singing to yourself Sting's song. I think it's called Set Them Free. So, in your head, sing to yourself Sting's song, Set Them Free. You got the title of the live stream, and we'll have an outro song. Our intro song is Sting, Set Them Free, and our outro song will be Bag Lady by Erykah Badu. So, I'm going to try not to ramble, and I'm already doing it, but as we all know, we have this COVID-19 shit bestowed upon us by God, if you listen to some people. And we have here in Colorado, I don't know where all you guys are located, but in Colorado we have families and kids chalking because Governor Polis has issued a shelter-in-place order. And so I want you to think in your mind and contrast that with the fact that Eric Brant, who is in jail and apparently going to prison for chalking, among other things. Basically, the chalking led up to the serious charges he has now, which are bullshit. So we have COVID-19. Governor Polis issues shelter in place. To cope, parents are taking their kids out into their neighborhoods and chalking their sidewalks with artwork for passersby because we're supposed to be doing social distancing at 6 feet. Now, do you suppose those parents or kids are getting arrested for chalking? No, of course not. But Eric Brant arrested multiple times in Colorado for chalking. So, I ask you, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot is the pleasant way that I'm going to say that. And I just found out today that somebody named Monkai, I think it is, Monkai, was arrested for chalking in Texas. Again, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. That's a question. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Children and families chalking, shelter in place in Colorado, not arrested. Monkai and Eric Brant arrested for chalking in Texas and Colorado. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Now we're going to move on to how we resolve these issues, because we've got...
I'm having a good come to Jesus moment.
I don't know. I don't know if they can hear me.
Yeah, they can hear you. Are you guys there listening? Give me ones. Do you think it is not the chalking and more of the words that are wrote in chalk? Dwarf asks.
Dwarf, good question.
Ask a question of, okay, so everybody can hear you just fine, okay? I want you to know that. Give me a second, folks. I got to do one real quick thing here. They can hear you. You can see the screen and you can talk to them. It does not matter the words, Friends in Code says. It's just about the talking. About the chalking itself. Okay, so there, the wipers are off.
Who is that? Dwarf and who?
Oh, there's all kinds of people. Can't you see the screen?
Dwarf and who?
Friends in Code is in here, the one that we were talking to earlier. And Friends in Code, I got that phone up and running today, so that's a good deal. Dwarf, Begina, Becky O's in here, Stephanie London. There's a lot of people listening to you.
Give me a receipt.
I will, don't worry. Right.
Okay, so great question, Dwarf, and great question, I think it was Friends in Code on the chalking. Was the chalking or the words? It's clear they're targeting him and it needs to stop. So, I hope I answered your question. If not, I'll answer them on the drive once we start going. Okay, so now we have the music playing and I don't know how to turn it off, so here's your musical interlude, I guess. And this is courtesy of 103.5 The Fox in Colorado, and this is Phil Collins for those who don't know. And I hope you can still hear me. So, again, this is a Come to Jesus meeting, and if you're saying to yourself, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, that's a question, here's my solution. And I haven't reached it over a matter of hours and really actually more than a decade, going on 2 decades. And here's my conclusion and a call to action and a call for donations. If you want me to play a musical interlude, intro, outro in future live streams, I need donations so I can do whatever I need to do to pay for the copyright. So you can send donations in care of Brian Loma. Cash would be appreciated, or you can PayPal it. Again, that's to Brian Loma. He's a stand-up guy, responsible, hardworking, and well, I don't know how to do that, but we'll figure it out together. Somebody should know. And now we have Pink Floyd for your next musical background. I don't know if this is a copyright violation, but again, donations to Brian Lohman. We'll figure out how to not violate the copyright laws and get you a musical intro and outro. I'm rambling. So, my solution. if you're asking yourself, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, I've been asking myself that for years now, and I'm goddamn sick and tired of asking it. So, here's the deal. I'm not in, never have been, and yet I am now advocating for open carry laws, and I know at least 2 other people, one far right and one far left, who will advocate for the same thing. So we're going to get an open carry law movement going. You can stay tuned to, if I decide to live stream again, to live streaming for that information. Actually, I know 3 people, 2 men, 1 woman. One's probably moderate, one's far right, and one's far left. So we got a good movement going here, right? We got all perspectives. We got men and women. And I'm also call to action not only for donations to Brian Lomas, musical interlude, intro, and outro. Call to action for open carry law in Colorado and nationwide if you're interested. We'll start here first in Colorado, blueprint it, and then we'll take it nationwide. Open carry laws, because we do in fact have Second Amendment right, which is in fact, there is no fucking need for concealed carry permits. Concealed carry permits are a bunch of fuckery. It's a cash cow for the people who are abusing our rights, so it needs to stop. Do away with fucking concealed carry permits, cash cow for the abusers, and they also track you. I know a guy who has a concealed carry permit, and they knew where he worked, and when they were, something happened law enforcement wise, and they went into his place aside, stay in here. So not only is it a fucking cash cow, which is abusive, they're using it to track you, which is abusive, and the law shouldn't fucking exist, because the law that grants you your right to bear arms is the fucking Second Amendment. So, call to action. Open carry law movement and education to the greater public that concealed carry is not the law that grants you your arms, it's the Second Amendment. Now, as if that weren't enough, and me being not a gun person, another call to action, and this is perhaps the most important call to action. I need calm, cool, and collected people out there, whether you're for guns or not, to get firearms training. Preferably hunter safety training, and not training for gun rights activists and the NRA who've massively fucked shit up. Right? Hunter safety training, not gun rights activist training. And you can go to... We have a firearms dealer here who's refusing to shut down during the shelter in place, and is having to file an injunction in court, and it's Big something, Bighorn, I think, Bighorn Firearms. So if you guys can support him, either by getting out on social media to shop his business, or some pro se litigants to help him file his court cases, or to donate to his lawsuit, that would be great. He's in Denver, and I think Bighorn Firearms. I lost my train of thought. I'm almost done here. And the reason I'm asking you for these call to action to donate to Loma for your intro and outro musical interlude, call to action for open carry law movement and repeal concealed carry permit laws, starting in Colorado and then going nationwide, and a call to action for calm, cool, and collected people to support Bighorn Firearms, I think it is, either with cash or pro se litigant help in filing his court case to stay open during the shelter in place, so that I, feeling less and less calm, cool, and collected as the years go on, don't have to go get firearms training. and hunter safety class. I'm on the verge of doing that. So call to arms for you guys who are calm, collected, and who have the cash to go get the training and start exercising Second Amendment rights. And I think that's it for now. Loma's back, so.
Oh no, I'm gonna listen. We're gonna talk as soon as I get in the car. It's gonna be $40 a month. You okay with that? Because I'm gonna pay $25 in activations.
Don't do it here. Let me think about it.
Okay.
Okay, so unfortunately he muted the music, so now I don't have to yell, but you don't have a musical interlude while we're waiting, but hopefully it'll be quick. And we'll answer your questions. If you've put any questions in there, I'll ask him to read them off so we can answer them before we go. Thanks for listening, you guys. Stay tuned. He'll be out probably in under 5 minutes would be my guess. And now while the shelter in place is going and they're violating all sorts of fucking laws, now is the time to exercise our Second Amendment rights, to get the concealed carry permit laws repealed, and to advocate for open carry laws. Just something to contemplate. Let me see if I can figure out how to unmute this so you can have musical, so we, the community, can have, let's see. I don't see a mute button. Let's see if there's a CD in there. You were listening to the radio. CD. No disc. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know this car. Say hello to the construction guys hanging out here in front of Pizza Hut. Let's see. Oh, now it's probably really... Anyway, let's see. Oh, I can't wait to read these comments. Yeah, Brian's voice has really changed. He must be taking estrogen injections. Does anybody know why there isn't a mute button on the stereo? Oh, somebody's in Florida. This is a special guest talking. Brian did an introduction at the beginning of the live stream, I guess. Oh my goodness, 20 minutes. I was trying to be well under that. There's no mute button. Unmute. I don't know. I tried. Well, I don't know why it's taken so long. Okay, here he comes. We'll answer your questions now. Uh-oh. Did you tell him that I'll do it at another location?
Yes, I did.
It's 40 a month.
It is.
Activation.
Yeah, it's 65 out the door. That's why I wanted to ask first.
It's 40 plus for the activation.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yo, everybody on Sub Press.
Should we answer their questions?
My eye on you. Yeah, let's answer some questions.
You can't
Only
do
certain.
that while driving, can you?
Yeah, we sure can. Only certain felonies stop you from what? From what you recall. Okay. I'm gonna pull over for a second because she did bring up a good
Can I
point.
get that 40 back?
Yes, you sure should.
I won't have it.
No. Here, I didn't. Yeah. All right, guys, we're just making sure all the money's correct and everything. Forfeit gun ownership. Yeah, that's exactly right. If you got a felony, you can't own a gun. If you have a marijuana license, you can't own a gun. And that's why I don't have a marijuana license right now, because it's COVID season, folks. Who's talking? That's our special guest. I gotta tell you the truth, ladies and gentlemen, that my special guest it's an honor for me to have the ability to assist today in doing some travel, getting some errands settled out, and in achieving the American dream, freedom from the oppressors, I should say. So what were you talking about? You were talking about
That we want to answer the questions that came before, but we can't do that, can we? Because you can't see them.
oh yeah, okay, we can. Oh yeah, we can. My voice has really changed. HP11, thanks.
Oh, I forgot to give you your outro song. After my diatribe, your outro song is I did tell you that. Bag Lady by Erykah Badu.
Bag Lady.
In honor of Janet Matson's Kitchen with an X.
Everybody knows about Janet's Kitchen, huh? That's right, we do.
We love Janet and her kitchen and everybody who helps. Thank you.
That's right. So, mostly it's just conversation. They're talking back and forth.
Okay.
Transcribing calls on Sub Press. What calls are you transcribing? Holy Toledo. That's got to be a nightmare. I can take my mask off now.
And the phone. Could you get the
Yeah, we got the phone. Whee! Hold on tight, folks. Did I give you the phone? Is that what you're asking? Here, it's in pieces.
Oh, that's okay. I'll get it.
There's two there. Whoops.
That's okay.
All right. Fuck the police. Da-da-da-da. All right. I'm going to make sure I did all the things I'm supposed to do. One piece there. There's 3 pieces here. The cover and then that. So
What is the other?
here, put that on there. That'll work.
In his
So, folks, what's good word today all over the world? Anybody having fun?
Is the sim in there?
No sim. You have to pay for that too. It's $10. That's why I was trying to.
So 75 out the door. Or no? That sim didn't work. Do you have the sim?
It's you have to go to a T-Mobile store. They're gonna make you on the contract for that. So,
Okay.
do we have any more ranting to do? My special guest, before I say you by name. Kind of ranting. Becky O unsub. Fuck the police. Oh, fuck the police is in here. Nice. Sorry, Eric. There's a lot of work to be done and a lot of cases that have to be managed. It's really hard to handle those from inside the jail. Amanda, you want to tell me about the problems that we have with inmates disappearing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so if anybody can help, can they hear me or am I yelling?
Yeah, no, you're good.
If anybody knows anything about Bureau of Prisons, here's the skinny, and I'll try not to ramble again. So there was this inmate in Denver who got convicted by a jury and who did something bad. It was bad. It wasn't borderline good or bad. There wasn't a gray area. It was bad for, reasons that we all know about that I'm not going to divulge. Anyway, they finally took this inmate to prison.
So she's been sentenced?
Yep, and she had to go to an out-of-state prison.
Because we don't have women's facilities in the state of Colorado, folks. So, for hire prison. And can you find that person? Have you done some research?
I tried to, but they were not, when you go to the Bureau of Prisons and do an inmate search, it didn't show the
Can't find the inmate.
Until I had a come to Jesus meeting with someone, and miraculously the inmate showed up. But we just checked today, and the inmate is not showing up again. So they moved the inmate to somewhere else, and again didn't document it in the online inmate search. So if anybody can get on fixing that, that's really scary.
So how do we find inmates that are lost in the system, ladies and gentlemen? Any of you have some leads or connects, some knowledge for the Bureau of Prisons?
And more importantly, how do we get that fixed so no pressure has to be put on to get inmates put in the database? They should be there to begin with. They're disappearing people like happens in the Southern Hemisphere, right? They disappear citizens. That's what the Bureau of Prisons is doing. They're not keeping accurate, timely public records. It needs to be fixed.
There you go, folks. No female, yeah, that's what I was surprised with, huh? No female criminals. No, there's probably female criminals. There's just no female state or federal.
No, there's a state. There's
no female federal.
One or two state places, but no federal women's prison.
Well, I might be okay with that. I might be okay with the fact that they don't have enough women's federal prisons for there to be one in every state.
Well, here's where there's gray area, because I agree with you. It's a good thing up until no visitation, right? And then another problem becomes no in-person visitation, and the inmate, I don't think is. So they're going to have to do it by the
telephones,
which is ridiculously fucking expensive, which needs to be fixed. Those companies need to be shut down.
Yeah, I just did a video yesterday. It came out pretty shitty, and I'm going to try to do another one. But the reality is that if you want to do a video visitation with a family member, it can cost like $10 for 50 or something. If you want to do a phone call, it's like 15 minutes for $3.50 here in Denver. But if you get up at a higher level of state and federal, yeah, you can't reach people. They actually are talking about making phone calls for federal inmates free.
That would be fucking right on the money. So as in decades ago, as in millennia ago, they should have done that. Fucking cash cows, what this video visitation and phone calls are. Fucking cash cow, and it needs to be shut the fuck down.
Yeah. Yes. And we know that because we as a community have helped spend well over $1,000 in phone calls this year alone.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
$1,000 for one inmate.
So, another call to action for donations for phone calls, because this is so fucked up, I don't even know where to begin. You can send them cash in care of Brian Loma or PayPal.
Actually, what we're advocating is Venmo and Cash App at Cut The Plastic, or email Eric Brant at the Jefferson County Detention Facility with a U.S. Postal Service money order. That's right. Go to the post office, buy a money order, and then mail it to Eric.
Which is all bullshit, needs to be shut down too.
They don't charge any processing fees that way, though.
Right, but you have to pay what, $1.50?
49 cents, I think it is.
Money order?
49 cents, I think. maybe it's $1.50. It still sucks one way or the other.
Better than $30, but still bullshit.
Shit is fucked up and stuff, folks.
Shit sure is fucked up and stuff.
I hope somebody can mark that and loop it. Friends in code, if you're here. Say it again. My special guest, passenger in the back seat for social distancing.
Shit is, yes, we're social distancing, by the way. And our travel is, in fact, motherfucking essential.
Shit is fucked up and stuff.
Shit is fucked up and stuff.
And with that, I'm going to let you go because we're driving and I got to take a destination unknown. So we want to leave that off the record. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for listening, everybody. And thank you, Brian, for all your help.
Absolutely. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much.
Hold on.